We have to start with new method to find out the mean, and that one is the third method. Third method to find out the mean is step deviation method. First method is direct method, second method is the assume mean method, and this third method is the step deviation method. In the step deviation method, how you have to find out the mean, how the formula will come, that you have to see. In the third method, ui is equal to di upon g. This G means GCD of all the DI. Means till DI in last method we calculated DI, and within DI you have to find out the G. G means the GCD of all the DI is called as the G, and mean is equal to, what is the formula for the mean? Mean is equal to A plus U bar into G. Means mean is equal to assume mean plus U bar into G. And how you have to find out this U bar? U bar is equal to, what you have to say, sum of Fi Ui upon sum of Fi. This U bar is equal to sum of Fi Ui upon sum of Fi. So you have to put the value of Ui here. Once you will put the value of Ui, at that time formula of the mean x bar is equal to A plus sum of Fi Ui upon sum of Fi multiplied by G. The product of this term means mean is equal to A plus sum of Fi Ui upon sum of Fi into G. In this way you have to find out the mean by step deviation method. And how you have to implement this step deviation method, when the example is given, that you have to see. I will start with the one of the short example of the textbook. The amount invested in the health insurance of the 100 families, total number of families are 100 families, is given in the table. Find the mean investment using the step deviation method. Means the data of the 100 families are given. So I will say that this is the class. This one is called as the class, and this one is called as the frequency. This one is called as the frequency. The out of this 100 families, 3 family invested the amount in between 800 to 1200. Out of 100 families, 15 family invested the amount 1200 to 1600 rupees. Out of this 100, 20 family invested 1600 to 2000 rupees. Out of this 125 family invested 2000 to 2400 rupees. Out of this 100 family, 30 family invested 2400 to 2800 rupees. And out of 100 families, this 7 family invested the amount 2800 to 3200 rupees in the insurance. And you have to find out the mean investment using the step deviation method. In step deviation method, which columns will come, that you have to see. This column is called as the class. This one is the class mark. This one is DI. Then this one is the new column. This one is called as the UI. UI is equal to DI upon G. DI upon G. And this one is the column of the frequency, and you have to do the product of the Fi into UI. Fi into UI product you have to do here. Means these are the columns for the step deviation method. Then you have to write all the classes. You have to write all the classes here. You have to write all the frequencies here. If the classes are 800 to 1200, 1200 to 1600, like this, all the classes you have to write in the first column. After that, from the class you have to find out the class mark. This class mark is very important to find out the A, means assume mean. So how you have to find out the class mark? This is the lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. This 800 plus 1200 divided by 2. 1200 plus 1600 divided by 2 means, while finding the class mark, you have to do the addition of the lower limit of the class plus upper limit of the class divided by 2. For each and every case you have to do this, and you have to find out the class mark. Once you will get the class mark, you have to find out the assume mean. How you have to mark the assume mean? Which number you will mark the assume from the class mark, that you have to see. You have to see that how many classes are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes are there. How many class marks are? 6 class marks there. 6 class marks are there. So if you want to assume at that time middle class mark, you have to assume as A. But here middle will not come. because the total number of class marks are 6 at that time. If you will assume this 1800, then also your answer will come correct. And if you will assume this 2200 as A, at that time your answer will come correct. So I will, for our example, for now I will consider A is equal to 2200, means assume mean is equal to, I will consider this as 2200. Once I will assume this, at that time it is very easy to find out the DI. Then DI is equal to xi minus A, means DI is equal to, what you have to say, xi minus, what you assume, 2200, because you assume this 2200 as A. Then for finding the DI, this xi minus A, this DI, you have to, if you are to do this step, at that time 1400 minus 2200, 1800 minus 2200, 2200 minus 2200, this 2600 minus 2200, and 3000 minus 2200, here you have to do, and you have to find out the DI. DI 1000 minus 2200 is equal to minus 1200. This 1400 minus 2200 is equal to minus 800. 1800 minus 2200 is equal to minus 400, and 2200 minus 2200 is equal to 0, and 2600 minus 2200 is equal to 400, and 3000 minus 2200 is equal to 800. So from this you will get the DI. If you will get the DI, then from the DI you have to find out the G. G means greatest common factor. GCD. G means greatest common divisor. Which one is the greatest common divisor? Greatest common divisor is, if you will observe, greatest common repeating number, which one is the greatest, maximum time will come, this 400 will come maximum time. So you have to consider this as G. Otherwise you have to say, if you will find out the GCD of minus 1200, 800 and 400, at that time GCD will come 400. So you have to find out G from the DI, and G is equal to 400, because the GCD of all the terms in the DI is 400. So you have to say that G is equal to 400. Once you will get the G, at that time you have to find out the UI. UI is equal to, our formula is DI upon G. DI is minus 1200 upon 400, minus 800 upon 400, minus 400 upon 400, 0 upon 400, 400 upon 400, 800 upon 400. Means for this DI you have to divide it by G. G means greatest common divisor, and greatest common divisor you have to find out from the column of DI. Everybody understand? This greatest common divisor is of this, all the DI is 400. So you have to say that G is equal to 400, and DI, this UI is equal to DI upon G. At that time this class UI will come minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. In this way you have to find out the UI. After that you have to write the frequency 3, 15, 20, 25, 37, 3, 15, 20, 25, 37. This one is given in the column. Then you have to do the sum of this frequency, because for the calculation we have to find out the sum of Fi. So you have to add 3 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30 plus 7 is equal to 100. Then because this is the data of the 100 families, so you have to say that this sum has to come 100 and this one is coming 100. Then you have to find out the Fi into UI. Fi into UI. 3 multiplied by minus 3, 15 multiplied by minus 2, 20 multiplied by minus 1, 25 multiplied by 0, 30 multiplied by 1 and 7 multiplied by 2. After that, after calculation, this will come minus 9, this will come minus 30, minus 20, 0, 30 and 40. Then you have to do the sum of this sign is the summation of Fi into UI. Means you have to add all these terms. This minus 9, minus 30, minus 20, 0, 30 and 14. If you will add, at that time this answer will come minus 15. How this minus 15 will come? Here three terms are in having sign minus. If numbers are if the numbers are negative, at that time you have to add that number and give the sign, negative sign. So sum of these negative numbers will come minus 9 and sum of these positive numbers will come 44. This one is positive, this one is positive, this one is negative. find the difference between their magnitude and give the sign of greater magnitude, at that time this sum will come minus 50. Means minus 59 plus 44 is equal to minus 50. Means you will get the sum of Fi, you will get the sum of Fi ui. Then you have to find out the mean by step deviation method. The formula for the mean for step deviation method is mean is equal to x bar, mean is x bar is equal to a plus sum of Fi ui upon sum of Fi into g. You have to write the value of a is equal to 1200 plus value of Fi ui is minus 15. You have to put this value here minus 15. Sum of Fi is 100. You have to put this value here. Value of g is 400. You have to put the value of g as 400 here. You have to strike the 20. At that time, this 2200 plus minus 15 multiplied by 4. This 2200 plus minus 60 plus 2200 plus minus 600 means 2200 minus 60. Not 600, this one is 60. Minus 2200 minus 60. If you will do the subtraction, at that time answer will come 2140. From that you have to say that mean investment in the health insurance is equal to 2140 rupees. Means this is the step deviation method. In this step deviation method, this column will come new. This g will the new other than the assume mean method. So you have to from this di you have to find out the g. G is the greatest common divisor, and from g once you will get the g, you have to find out the ui. Ui is equal to di upon g, and for the last column you have to do the product of the fi into ui. You have to find out sum of fi into ui. You have to find out sum of fi. You have to put the value and you have to find out the answer. So I think you understand all these things. So you have to write all these things properly in the notebook. Thank you.